Let's go over to Gerardo Zuniga. This man went on several bloggers, YouTube channels, claiming that he knows everything about the case, claiming that Shanquella, Dejanay Jackson was arrested in the arrest.
States? Well, yeah.
Of Dejanay. And in each interview, he went around saying different stories. He has walked this back. It went from she's arrested and he's the only one that knows this information. He got this information from his fellow coworkers, okay, his colleagues, even though he was the only one that reported it. Then it went from, well, no, she's not arrested, to she's been detained. And then he goes back on his own website and says it's unofficial information. And that raised a red flag with me. How am I going to believe you and you keep changing your stories? Why aren't you going to the credible sources? I love blogging. I'm a blogger, but it would feel more better and more believable if you went to a credible source. Okay.
Or he can try just going to the United States, like FBI, with this information. Or I mean, with something. I don't know. I mean, he seems to know a lot.
So let's fast forward to this woman. She is a Mexican woman. Her name is Arlene Moreno Marcial, and she was running for office in Mexico. She claims, now remember, they treat women over there like second-class citizens. They basically called her, this woman has been AR'd before. They basically called her a slut. And the only reason that she'll win is because she's loose. So like she'll do whoever she has to do to get the job. Okay. That's awful, awful, awful. So she quit. She dropped out the race, but then she decides to go ahead and it was a group of men, take them to court. One of them was Gerardo Zuniga. Okay. I love this woman. I love this woman, by the way. She's ballsy, because that's a ballsy thing to do. They want you to shut up. You know how men are. Sorry, Perry. You know how men are. Shut up. Don't out us. Do what you got to do. She ends up taking them to court. And I had the footage. Let me see what I did with it. This woman is a gutsy woman. It's not politically smart to come out against men, to call them out and things like this. Okay. So she did. She ended up taking them to court. This is so cool. And Gerardo Zuniga ended up getting charged a fine, and he had to go to some classes. And he was actually humiliated in his country for being a liar that sensationalizes news. He really couldn't work over there anymore because this just happened in June. This just happened. So his finances stopped. Okay. Then all of a sudden he resurfaces, and I don't know what I did with that, in the United States in this Shanquella case. He'd opened up Instagram account for it. He opened up a YouTube channel for it. He has a monetized website for it. He made the website look totally legit. But really, this is a money grab, because it didn't make sense. And people were saying, well, this blogger came out and said, well, I'm the one to put up the Cash App. I've never heard of an investigative journalist asking anybody for money. Not only that, he took a Western Union. He did.
Yeah.
I had this picture where they were, so the Mexican people were saying, you are using these people. You're using this poor woman. You're using her because they don't know about your past. This man, and I hate to say this, so let me say it a correct way. A lot of African-American cases don't get a spotlight put on them. It's just the way it is. That I said every country has its dark side. We have our dark side too. We're not going to get the same treatment as a Gabby Petito. Or, you know, when something goes national, right, and the country pulls together and like, we got to solve this case. We don't get that here. That's why I'm so upset that this man comes over and he's using the Black community. Does he give a damn about Shanquella? If you ask me, no. This is a way for him to make money. He doesn't give about the Mexican women in Mexico either. He's one of them kind. I'm going to sensationalize for money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not telling you not to believe him or believe him if you want to, but I'm going to give you his past history.
I mean, actually, at one time, I did believe him. It's just when the story is just, I mean, he started to move funny after that point to me. Mm-hmm. At first, I'm like, maybe he do know something. And let's keep it real, most people did. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and call him a liar. I don't know. But I just think for me, when you changing your stories, it's coming across as being untrue. And maybe that's a nicer word than me calling somebody a liar.
It just doesn't make sense. And it's really, I mean, come on, Black community. Do we need news that bad that we'll take it from anybody? A lot of people start coming out saying, this doesn't sound right. What? This is what I like about this woman too. You know, it's a risky thing. It's a very risky thing if you're a female in Mexico to stand up for yourself. Like them women that did the march. Mm-hmm. Much respect. Much respect. She tweeted after she won, and she says, this is written in Spanish. She says, how are you? Oh, not so good today. Why? Because your plan didn't work. She's calling him out. Arlene, okay, this man, I don't like him. I'm not telling you to like him, not like him. I don't like him. He's sleazy to me. Black people, come on. White people, close your ears for a minute. Are we going to fall for anything? We could have any Tom, Dick, and Harry come off the street and tell us that we're the only one with the exclusive news. Please believe us. And we do it. Come on, y'all. We finally got eyes on a case. Don't muck it up. Do not muck it up.